Hi everybody, welcome to Treasure Trovember. I am Kelly, I am the founder of Collage-Lab, and I am so excited because this is our 5th time doing Treasure Trovember. If you are brand new here, welcome. If you're brand new to Collage-Lab, welcome to a really supportive and wonderful collage community. Let's get started. What is Treasure Trovember and what are we doing this month? This is an idea that I had in 2020, right after I had launched classes and other events on collagelab.com. And I had this idea, it was kind of twofold. One was, we all end up with a bunch of art supplies that we don't know what to do with. We end up with things that we buy for a class or something like that, and then we never use it, or we use it once, it gets buried in the back of the cabinet, the back of the shelf, and we forget about it, or we order something and then we get it and we don't remember what we were going to do with it. So we all have this treasure trove of art supplies. And don't even get me started on collage materials. We all end up with so many papers and books and magazines that, you know, we say, someday I'm going to use that thing. So this is your opportunity. You've got a treasure trove of treasure. And the other part of Treasure Trovember was this idea I had in 2020. What would happen if we all, as a community, created one collage, adding one thing a day for 30 days? And so that's what I set out to do. It was an experiment. I had no idea if it would work, if anybody would do it, if anyone would do it past the first day or the first week. And so it worked. People enjoyed it. People shared on social media and got to know other collage artists and people that just like playing with paper and art supplies. And so Treasure Trovember was born. It is a month-long mixed media collage challenge. And we are going to take one piece of paper, one substrate. It can be paper, it can be board, it can be canvas, whatever you want. Take one thing and we're going to add to it each day. Each day you're going to tune in here on my YouTube channel and I will have the prompt for the day. I'll tell you what it is, and then I will do a little video of me adding to my collage because I'm going through this right with you. It's not pre-planned, it's not pre-recorded, except for, you know, in time to upload it for you the next morning. So it is Thursday afternoon, you guys. I'm recording this and I'll upload it tonight for you to find it Friday morning, November 1st, day 1 of Trovember. And we'll repeat the process every day for 30 days. A few supplies. You don't have to go out and buy anything special. I promise you. Use what you have. Okay? I am going to be working on I believe it's 11 by 15 piece of 140-pound watercolor paper, because whatever we're doing, number one, it's probably going to take a lot of abuse, and number two, 30 prompts. If you work too small, you're going to end up with everything on top of itself. So you might want to work larger. I recommend 9 by 12 or larger. It's entirely up to you though. If you want to try it small, go for it. But you do want something that will take some abuse, because we're going to add collage papers, we're going to add paint and ink and pens and markers and crayons, whatever you have laying around the studio or around the house. Grab all your art supplies. You don't know when it's going to come in handy. Now, one thing that makes this challenge different from, say, Filbert or other monthly challenges, month-long challenges, Filbert, they give you 28 prompts. You make one collage each day using that prompt. right? And you may spend half the day looking for, you know, a rhinoceros or something, you know, very specific. So one thing I promise you is I will not be that specific with the prompts, because my goal is, aside from today's video, my goal is my videos will be 2 to 5 minutes. You can watch them and then you can grab something, the first thing that comes to mind that you think fits the prompt, grab it, glue it down, do it, and walk away. So take 5 to 10 minutes each day to do Trovember. Well, what if I can't do it every single day? It is designed so that you can catch up. There are a lot of people that do the challenge that don't get to work on art until the weekend. You can do a full week's worth of the challenge on Saturday. Go ahead, watch the video, add day 1. Watch the next video, add day 2. Really easy, doesn't take a lot of time. You're going to go through some parts where you don't like the collage. Don't give up. That's what I encourage you. Don't overthink it. Do it in a short period of time. Don't spend all day looking for something. Don't overthink it, and don't give up, because it's going to go through some ugly stages. The joy of collage is that we can layer something over that thing we don't like, right? We can definitely cover it up. We can push it back. We can make it not the center of attention. You've got 30 full days, right? So show up, watch the video every day, add a prompt every day, and at the end of November, you are going to have something pretty amazing. It may not be beautiful, it may not be a masterpiece, but guys, I'm really, really much more about this process than about the final result. You have no idea what direction it's going. I'm the only one that has the prompt list, and you're gonna just get it one a day. Nobody has the full list, so nobody knows what to expect. So show up, watch the video, think of the first thing you can think of. And when I said the prompts aren't real specific, whereas in Filbert they would say rhinoceros, and you'd have to like figure out how to put a rhinoceros in a collage, a finished kind of collage that you wouldn't be embarrassed to show somebody. I'm going to say something very general, like add an animal, any animal, right? That's a lot easier to find, a lot easier to just grab a stack of papers and go ahead and put something down. I'm going to tell you to add things like, you know, add something blue. You can find something blue in a magazine, in a book. You may have painted papers or a whole pile of jelly printed papers. You can find something blue. But if you don't find something collage-wise that's blue, you can add blue marker, blue crayon, blue washi tape, blue ink, blue paint, stencil it, stamp it, draw it. It's really open to however you want to interpret the prompt. Use those art supplies. Try that new thing. It's just 1/30 of the entire piece. So that's my advice. And when you finish each day, your little 5 to 10 minutes putting down one prompt, document the process. Take a picture each day just to see where you started and how it looked and how it ended up. If you want to post on social media, tag @mycollage-lab and use the hashtag Trovember. If you want to see what other people are doing, I encourage you, you do the prompt first and then go look on social media and see what everyone else did for that day's prompt. I think that's about it. One thing that's new this year, well, two things are new this year. Number one, we're on YouTube. For the past 4 Trovembers, I've hosted this on my website. It's always been a free challenge, but you had to create an account and log on to my website and, you know, find the video and watch it. And, you know, so it was basically behind a paywall. You had to register. You do not have to register. If you just found me on YouTube, you are in. You can do this challenge. You can share your work. The other place to share, while I'm thinking of it, since this is totally unscripted, is join the Collage-Lab Facebook group. We would love to see you there. Even after Trovember, we've got a lot of sharing going on over there, and so you'll see other people's work. You'll get to know other collage artists and other people that like to play with paper. Anyhow. What was I saying? Oh, you used to have to register and go log into my website. Now it's on YouTube, so anybody can find it, which is great. You can tell your friends, share it with everybody. That's great. If you want to register, and I encourage you to, there's a link down below to register for the challenge. And what that means is you'll get a welcome email. You will get a download 30 tips for 30 days, kind of goes over everything I'm talking about right now. Plus, it gives you tips from previous Trovember participants, how they approach the prompts, different things that they do when they're doing the Trovember challenge. So if you register at that link, you will get that free download, welcome email, and you will be eligible for some prizes. I will do some drawings for some prizes throughout the month, and if you are on that list of people that register, then you are in the drawing. That's it. So this one's longer than a normal one. What would happen on a normal day and what's going to happen right now is I'm going to say, welcome to Trovember. It is day 1, and the prompt for today is start with a grid. Anybody that's done the challenge before, this is not a new prompt, but what I want you to do is I want you to put down a base. Think of it as setting the stage for the rest of your collage. And so you can create the grid any way you would like, any size squares out of any material. All your grid squares can be together, they can be spread apart, however you want to do it, any size, anything. I will advise, not tell you, but I'll advise you to keep this sort of neutral. Think of it as a stage. Think of it as, you know, the platform upon which you're going to build this crazy thing over the next 30 days. And when you go to the theater, a lot of times the stage is painted flat black, right? Because what is happening on the stage is what you want people to look at. So I encourage you to keep your background simple. If you go all crazy on day 1, you are going to be probably fighting it for the rest of the month, right? And so that's it. That's day 1. I'm going to show you a short little video as I create my grid background for day 1. I'll tell you what supplies I'm using, and then you go ahead and do it, post it on social media, and come back here tomorrow. Thanks for being part of Trovember, and I hope you enjoy the challenge. I am so excited that you're here. For this year's Trovember challenge, I am using 11-inch by 15-inch piece of 140-pound cold press watercolor paper. I took several map pages out of big old atlases, and I cut 12 squares that were 3 inches by 3 inches. And to glue them down, I used my golden matte gel medium.